everyone, I remember the day that my husband and I reunited and went on this new adventure in life. And one of the things that he promised is that he wouldn't walk away, that he would fight for me, that he wouldn't just let me walk away without a fight. Not meaning a fist fight, not meaning a dramatic scene from a movie or whatever, but just wouldn't let me just walk away. He was going to show up, he was going to try his best to make it work, and he was going to commit to this no matter how much I fought against him. So I just had a memory come back. I remember one day in one of my fits, my hormonal, emotional, female, I am so overwhelmed, whatever it was, fits. And I was like, I don't know. I just can't do it. I feel like we're repeating history again. And I just refuse to repeat history. And I think we need to break up. And he said, no. That's simple. That's what he said. No. And I was like, what do you mean no? He's like, well, I don't know what the solution is, but I can say no. Breaking up is not the solution. Okay, well, you got to give me something here, right? And I was pleading and begging and wanting all this attention and solutions given to me. I was tired of being in my masculine energy. I've been doing it on my own for so long. I was just exhausted from it. Come on, dude, give me a little, right? And so, that's just how we last. That's how we make this work, is every time I pull away, he says no. Now, he has grown a bit more and he approaches it differently now. He doesn't just give me this one-word answer. I think I get 3 words now as an answer, and I'm not teasing him. It's very hard to be vulnerable with anyone, especially after getting hurt, and especially because we've been married and divorced. So we both caused pain unintentionally between each other over the years. And so there's something magical that happens when you give each other space to be vulnerable and to process things and show up when they're ready. Sometimes it's frustrating, I understand, but if we can lead, especially us feminine energies, if we can lead with that motherly love, that nurturing, that openness, while having boundaries. I'm not saying allow someone to stumble over you and treat you like crap, but if your husband is reluctant or your partner is reluctant to share their emotions and their feelings, remember a time when you were afraid of that, and consider giving them that grace and that space. And allow them to process at their own speed instead of us constantly, especially as women who have been living in masculine for so long, single moms, I'm talking to you. We had to get all done. We had to do everything. It was stressful. It was overwhelming. It was annoying. And then that personality type slid into our relationships. It happens to the best of us. In this society, it's very easy for so many of us to be living in this masculine energy. But if we can find the vulnerability, the coaching help, the therapeutic help, the books, the resources to work through our own shadow work and our own deep personal issues with being vulnerable with someone, trust issues, etc., then maybe, just maybe, as a society as a whole, as a community, because we're all connected, each of us women can dive into our feminine energy and give that loving, warm embrace to our partner that encourages them to say a little bit more than no when problems arise. I hope this message serves you well. I hope someone out there needed to hear this message. I am confident someone needed to hear it, and I hope that you sit with it for a minute and allow it to process in your being to figure out what it means for you today. And you know what? If it doesn't mean anything to you today, that's fine. Let it go. Your subconscious will utilize this message in the future. Consider it a seed planted for future growth. Much love.